Hello, welcome to the Amma Manson Network. My name is Kamama Hako. On this channel, you can refer to me as Nandi. Now, this program is Vibrant Authentic Living, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at lifestyle. We're going to be doing videos about fasting, videos about making smoothies, videos about exercise. What we're starting with today is a very important topic, and that is manifesting, making a vision board so that we can manifest our desires. Now, this is a very important topic to start on because it is in having goals and learning how to manifest them that we're going to be able to have a vibrant, authentic life. Right? So, I'm going to be sharing with you some very personal things this morning. I'm actually going to show you two of my vision boards that I have used in the past. I'm also going to be sharing with you a vision board that I helped one of my students to create. And also, I will let you know of some of our successes that we have had so that you can be assured that I'm not speaking from hearsay, I'm not speaking from wishful thinking. I'm talking to you about things that I personally have accomplished and that I have helped others to accomplish. So I will share with you some of those accomplishments. And moving forward, I'm very excited because next program or next week, what we're going to be doing is actually learning how to write affirmations. For me, having the vision board is not enough. It's not the only thing that I do. So I do it in combination with affirmations. I do it in combination with writing down my goals. So it's a holistic approach. And I'm going to take you through those step by step. So write that date down next week. We're going to be looking at writing affirmations. And I'm also going to invite you, if you want me to write your affirmations for you, there is a process. There's a form that you can fill out and you can let me know, and I will give you that information in the next program that we'll be doing. So, let me introduce myself properly first so that you can rest assured that you are in good hands. So, my name is Kamama Hako. I am the founder and principal of the Kemet Masai Academy. It is located in Portmore in Jamaica. I am also the author of 28 books. Those books span a wide range of areas. So there are educational books, textbooks, there are novels, there is poetry, there are philosophical books, right? So 28 in all. And I have about as many in note form to be compiled into books. So I definitely have not peaked, nowhere near that. I have so many ideas that I want to explore and record in terms of my writing. But that is just one aspect of me. I'm also an educator. I founded the Kemet Masai Academy, and it is now a small school. It started as a home school. And as we go along in this program, I'm going to also be telling you about my homeschool experience and the successes that I have had with my own children. I have received a number of awards, and I want to share with you three of those awards. If you look behind me, you can see our curio. So this is just a part of the curio. It goes all the way up there, right? There are about 80 something trophies in that curio, and I want to share with you three of my favorites, those that mean the most to me. So this is the Marcus Garvey Centennial Award from the UNIA Kingston chapter here in Jamaica. And I received this for contribution in the field of education. This is the Outstanding Educator Award from the University of Chicago. These awards were both in 2014. This is one of the trophies that I received from the Jamaica Library Service for the National Reading Competition, which my family has been very active in the National Reading Competition in Jamaica. And I personally won it twice. My eldest daughter also won it twice, and her siblings have also won the National Reading Competition. So these awards mean a lot to me because I believe, and I always tell my students too, that when you accomplish things, you should be proud of yourself and you should not allow anyone to tell you that you should go and hide in the corner because you're a show off, you're bragging. No, I think you should highlight your achievements, put it up in a curio, hang it on the wall so that you can see what you have done, and you're not going to rest on your laurels, but you're going to allow it to propel you even further, right? So these, as I said, are very important to me, and I'm just letting you know that this is what I live. This is what I do every day. I have affirmations 3 times a day. So I'm not just telling you something that you're going to do today and then do tomorrow and you forget about it. This is going to be a part of your lifestyle. I have sessions, 3 sessions per day, where I do my affirmations. I look at my vision board. I also sing particular songs. So all of these things, I'm going to be guiding you through it. Also, when I'm doing my laps in the mornings, when I'm exercising, I have recorded affirmations that I play back to myself while I'm doing my laps. So all of that is a part of it, right? It's not just the vision board. No, I am a creator on YouTube. I have several YouTube channels, some of which have been monetized. And, you know, I think big, I act big, and there is just no limit to what I intend to achieve. As long as I am here on this planet breathing, I am going to be achieving. And I hope to be able to influence others, particularly the young. And I know that I have influenced my students. And we also have a session in school where we research other achievers, and so we can be motivated by them. All right, so we're going to go into the first thing I want to share with you is this vision board that was created by myself and one of my students. His name is Drayshawn Napier, and I would invite you. I'm going to put the link to a video that I did with Drayshawn and his mom, talking about his experience. At 10 years old, Drayshawn earned a distinction in the City and Guilds mathematics, and this exam is normally done by 14 and 15-year-olds. And at age 10, he earned a distinction. So this is the vision board that I helped Drayshawn to create. And you can see what we've done. So this was done using hardboard, and we actually covered over the hardboard with cartridge paper, and then we glued on images onto the cover. And what I also did was to put a piece of plastic around it, right? So I do this for all my vision boards to protect them. So all the things that are important to you, you're going to put images of this. So we decided to put, and by the way, Drayshawn's uncle, Omar, he also helped in creating this vision board. And we actually made 4 of them. So this one he left at school. This is how I have access to it still. And there was one that he put in his bedroom. There is one that he had in the living room and in his mom's room. So wherever he went, he would see the vision board. Now we have a bullseye in the middle, and the bullseye represents focus, right? And if you notice, we also have arrows at all the corners. So the arrows indicate focus as well. We're pointing to all of this. We're zeroing in. This is the focus. So he would have pictures of himself, his mom, his other family members, as well as persons who have influenced him. Now, on this vision board, he has, I see 3 of my own children on there, and they are persons who have inspired Drayshawn, right? So I have, this is my oldest daughter, Shakama. She has local awards for her achievement in the CSEC examinations. She earned 16 passes in the CSEC. The CSEC is an exam that we do here in Jamaica. It's at the grade 11 level, and 15 of those were at the highest grade, which was grade 1. Kuti, my eldest son, also has 17 CSEC exams, and Renzori has 17 as well. So those are my biological children. So Drayshawn also had another of my students, Armani Dyer, he excelled in chess and the spelling bee. He had pictures of, well, here we have fruits and veggies, which indicate that you have to have a good diet. You know, if you want to excel, you have to feed the brain. Farming. He has pictures of what the professions that he would like to go into. So we have a policeman here, scientist, and then we have little words, not little words, big words actually. Integrity, successful, achieving, king, ambition, discipline, excellence. So this is an article that we cut out from the newspaper. This article was done about Drayshawn himself. And here's his mom and Drayshawn and myself. So basically, this vision board was to keep him inspired and to keep him focused on his goals, right? And I've noticed a really good trend here in Jamaica, and I'm hoping it is happening other places as well. I've noticed a trend where the schools now have started incorporating vision boards. My son got an assignment the other day to create a vision board, you know, which I think is really good, because we need our youngsters to understand that this is very important, right? To have goals, to write them down, to have them in front of you, focus on, so that you can work towards them. All right. Now, some persons would say, sometimes when I say, okay, make a vision board or do affirmations, one of the things that persons would say is, you know, I feel like I'm lying. I feel like you see, because it has not yet happened, they feel like they're lying to themselves, especially with the affirmations. When you're telling yourself, I am this, or I have done that. Because one of the main things with affirmations, and we'll talk more about that next week when we're actually doing the affirmations, one of the main things is for you to not just think of yourself as going to achieve in the future, but to think of it as already having occurred, to claim it, to own it as having occurred. That's a main part of the manifestation process. And persons find that as a hurdle. It's really difficult for them to be saying, I am this, I have this, I own this. and they know consciously that they don't yet own it. But the thing with that is, you need remember, you're constantly propelling yourself into the future, whether you make a vision board or not, whether you consciously have that thing in front of you as a vision board or not. I want you to understand that you are creating a vision board every single second of every day. When you wake up in the mornings, the thoughts that you wake up with, the things that you do that day, that those are your vision boards. It's constantly forming images in your mind that you're going towards. When you actually make the vision board or write the affirmations and say them and look at them and focus on them, what you are doing is reclaiming your autonomy over your life, right? So whether you want to do it or not, it is being done. It's on autopilot. That's just the way it is. That's how life manifests itself. So in creating the vision board, what you are doing is to take back that authority over your life, over your attitude, right? So don't leave it up to chance, right? We're all in this life, and everything that we do affects each other, right? The things that I do, the things that you do, the things that the guy in China does, it's having an effect on the entire thing. But the more you can be autonomous in it, the more you can be focused, and the more you can direct it, then the results will be more towards what you favor, and not just leaving it up to the chance, the random playing together of all the events and the wills, right? You want to direct it. So even though, especially at first, when you don't see any results, you don't really have anything tangible to say, this has happened, this is proof. At the beginning, even if you don't have it, you're going to say it and believe it and know it as if it has happened. And I tell you what, this is the basis of most of the religions. Most of the religions of the world, faith is the basis of it, right? Remember, it's the evidence of things not seen. It's the substance of things hoped for. It's the substance of it. It's as if you have it there, the tangible thing, even though it is not there yet, but it is here. And remember that every material thing that you see around you first existed in someone's mind. This first existed in someone's mind. This pen was first just an idea in someone's mind. And because that person believed in it and drew the plan of it, as simple as it is, this had to be drawn. The specifics of this simple thing had to be drawn and labeled and manufactured until now we have the tangible thing. But it once was not tangible, it once just existed as a figment of someone's imagination. And that is how I want you to think of your goals. Yes, they might not yet be tangible, but the more you think about them, the more you focus on them, and the more you start putting action to them, because that's another key step in the manifestation process. It's not just to think about the thing and want it and even to believe that you have it, but it is to do things, to put in efforts that will, it says, as if you're putting in effort is like you're walking in the direction of the thing. You're not waiting for the thing to come to you. You're not just attracting it. You are walking towards it with the things that you do, the things that you avoid doing, the things that you say, and the things that you avoid saying, right? So don't feel like you're lying. And also persons might say, well, this is witchcraft thing, this is voodoo, this is obeah, whatever the name you give it in your lingua. Or some people might even say, well, this is a sin, this is like you are pretending to be God, so it's a sinful thing to do. But what how I look at it is, this is utilizing the or pulling on the parts of you that is from the divine. If you, however you think of God, right? I'm not going to dictate to you as to how you think of God, but how I think of it is, I am a part of that whole. I'm a fraction of that whole. And just as God is a creative force, I have that creative force in me. Just as the things of the universe were manifested from the consciousness of the divine, so I too have that power to manifest in my realm, on my minuscule level by comparison. I have that power and that potential, right? And for those who want to think of it as witchcraft, maybe it is, maybe it has a little witchcraft in it, and maybe that's not a bad thing either, right? So that's something else we could discuss, right? To everything there is good and there is bad, and it's how you use the power, because you can use this power for bad, and you can use it for the benefit of yourself and for those who are within your realm. So yes, there is some amount of magic to it. There is some amount of conjuring to it, right? But for me, that is a positive thing, because it is you taking your autonomy over your life and not leaving it up to chance, not leaving it up to the whims of others, not reacting but being proactive in it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you two of my vision boards that I have used in the past, and you are very privy right now because these are personal. I've never shown these. Well, I've shown them to a few persons, but this is classified information that you are now being privy to, right? And you will notice my vision boards, they are old and tattered, because as with every other thing in my life, when you come into my life, you have to work. So this goes for my juice extractor, this goes for my NutriBullet, this goes for my sewing machine, this goes for my computer, this goes for my phone. Once you are in my life, you are going to be put to work, because I am a serious person. I'm all about achievement. So this vision board, you see how tattered it is, right? Even though it has the protective covering that I told you about, it has gone through a lot. Like I said, I do my manifestation 3 times per day. All right, so this particular vision board, was the focus of this board was the my school, right? So as you can see, this is one of my favorites. Okay, so this is one of my favorite pictures. This is of me and my students. I was leaving the classroom, and my students, they were saying goodbye, and they just all came and gave me a big hug, and that meant so much to me, right? Because my students are a major part of my life, right? And also, so these are my students. This is the courier with our trophies. This is Shakama, and I've created a meme. So it says Shakamara is the holder of the record as being the first Jamaican student to pass 16 CSEC subjects in one sitting. 15 of those were at grade 1, right? This is me and my son Kuti. This is the Outstanding Educator Award. And if you see here, these 4 words: integrity, discipline, excellence, ambition. These are the tenets of our school. Here we have my students again, and these are the crest and the patch of our school. So this vision board basically is for my students, right? Because I'm not just about my biological children and having them excel, right? My children have done a lot, they have excelled. Three of my children have received the Mayor's Award, which I think is an outstanding thing, to have four children and three of them have received the Mayor's Award from the municipality of Portmore. I think that's a great achievement. They have local awards, and in their own right, they have received scholarships to the United States. But it's not just for my kids. I am all about empowering other children as well. And so I include my students in my manifestation, in my vision board. It's important for me. When we start school every day, 1 hour of our day is spent on motivation, right? So at my school, from 7:30 to 8:30, we we talk about motivational topics. I play songs for them. I read to my students, and we have 20 minutes of meditation. Right. So it's not all about me and mine. It's about the extended family, the community, and how I can influence them, how I can motivate them to achieve. I love to see when young persons especially achieve. I love to see when children shatter records, right? And I do that for my kids and I do that for my students. Before I show you my other vision board, I want to also show you this scrapbook. You can see it's tattered, it's old and tattered, and I cannot show you everything in this scrapbook. But the reason why I'm even showing you the scrapbook is for you to know that I take this manifestation thing very seriously, right? It's not just the vision boards, it's not just the affirmations. I actually write down, I have you could call it a budget, right? So I have my budget, things that I want to achieve within, let's say, a quarter, right? For the quarter of the year. So for the 3 month period, I will write down in this book everything that I want to purchase. I will write the actual amount, and that's important because when you're making your vision board, you have to, or your scrapbook with your info in there, you have to be specific. The more specific you can be, the better. So if you have a particular thing that you want to purchase, get the exact amount or as close to the amount as you can. Write it down, write the amount beside it. Whatever it is, uh, whatever is important to you that you plan to achieve. So you write that down. Another thing that I do is, I have YouTube channels, and when I just started YouTube, as YouTubers, our main goal, especially when we're just starting out, the main thing was I want to be monetized. I want to get X amount. When you just start, you want to get your first 100 viewers. That's amazing. I mean, when I got my first 100 subscribers, that was like, that was the world to me, right? And I took screenshots of that, and it's pasted in this, right? I have another book also just for my YouTube channels. When I got monetized for the first time, that was a major thing. And with my books also, so my books are on Amazon, they're listed on Amazon. And when I would get my checks from Amazon, I would screenshot and download them. What I also did was take a copy of the check, whether it's your YouTube check, your Amazon check, your salary check, and or your payment slip. And what you can do is just white out the amount, the measly amount that's there, just white it out and just write the amount that you want it to be. Or if you don't want to white it out, just leave what's there and just add some more digits to the front of it, right? And so what you're really telling yourself, this is telling yourself, telling your mind, telling your universe, telling all the powers that are engaged in the manifestation process. You're saying, this is what I want, right? So it's not that you're lying or negating what is. You're just saying, okay, the process has been started. I put things in place. It has, the wheels are turning, but I want them to go faster. I want them to go bigger, right? So that's another thing. You get the check and you write your figure. Or if it's not your name on the check, you put your name on the check, right? So I have a list. And what I also did, so I can show you this page, right? So on this page, I have pictures of persons who inspire me. So these are YouTubers who inspire me. Here we have Dr. Robert Morse, right? He's a naturopath. This here, this is As a Man Thinketh. This is the YouTube for one version of As a Man Thinketh, which is one of my favorites audiobooks that I listen to. There are times when I listen to that every single morning. And here we have some math YouTube channels. These are examples of the checks that I had crossed out. And this entire page are mathematicians, YouTube mathematicians who inspire me. Now, my specialty as an educator is mathematics. And so, I am really inspired by those YouTubers who teach math, who I have learned from, as I go in my journey. I learn from others, and in whatever way I can support them, I do. And I also know help others because I have on my math channel, which is our school's channel, Kemet Masai Academy, we now have over 500 videos, and the focus is mathematics, right? So I have several YouTube channels. That particular channel is monetized, and I am working assiduously to get all my channels monetized. Now, I'm not going to show you all the pages, but what I've also done in terms of my relationship, for example. So I have pictures of my partner and I might, when we send each other little messages during the day, WhatsApp messages, I will, particular ones that stand out, the lovey-dovey ones and the ones that really bring out how we love each other, respect each other, appreciate each other. I will print those and I'll just glue them here and I'll have them to look back at. What I also created a playlist. I think it's 120 love songs. Songs that really remind me of him and our relationship. And there are particular songs that stand out. And what I did was I printed out the words to those songs and I have it taped in here. So this book has a lot of that kind of stuff, right? The songs. So these are the lyrics. These are the lyrics to some of those songs that I've printed out, and pictures of my partner and I, and stuff like that. All right, so it's I take this very seriously. This is a lifestyle for me. It's not just a one-time thing. It's not something I do in passing. It's very calculating. It's very focused, right? So, like I said, I don't leave it to chance. I give my subconscious something to work on all the time. When I get up in the morning, in the middle of the day when I get a break, and before I go to bed, I give my subconscious. So I'm going to show you another one of my vision boards, and this is even more personal, right? So you are so lucky today. I am showing you a part of me that I don't show to others, and this is a very personal thing. When you make your vision board, it's not something that you're going to have for everyone to is you're not going to put it in the living room for everyone to see. This is something you might not even want to put in your bedroom wall, on your bedroom wall, for everybody, who even those few who have access to your bedroom, maybe not even they should have access to your vision board. It's something very personal now, if you choose to, right? As I'm choosing now to show you. These are vision boards I have used in the past, and I'm choosing to show you. And I'm not going to explain everything on this particular one either, right? So some things are really personal. But I just want to highlight to you that your goals have to be specific. You don't just want to randomly put things, you don't just want to the categories that we generally look at for vision boards, for example, family and relationships, um, career, health, health and lifestyle, um, all the goals that you're going to have, as well as your personal self-care goals. That's a very important thing. You have to think about you. You can't give from what you don't have. So you have to take care of you, right? So we can have categories on the vision board. So over here, you'll deal with health. Over there, you deal with lifestyle, family, career, and travel and stuff like that. But just remember, though, that power to create is a latent power inside of you. And everybody has it, but not everybody activates it. And this is what you're doing now. You're reclaiming your power to activate, right? And you also have to be receptive to it. And you have to have the right mindset. Don't go into it with a negative feeling that, oh, I'm not sure this will happen. Believe me when I tell you, this will work. And as I said before, whether you make the vision board or not, your mind will create one, because that is how it works. It has to have something to act on. So if you don't put something there proactively, purposefully, it will just automatically generate something. And you don't want to leave your life up to that. Right? So here is, and as you can see, it's a very big board, right? Very big, because as I said, I think big, I think big, I act big. All right, so let's look at, again, this is hardboard, and on the hardboard I had cartridge paper. So it's a yellow cartridge paper, and of course, when I was finished, I'd cover it with the plastic. All right. So this section was talking about health. No, healthy lifestyle is important to me. I am mainly vegan, well, pescatarian, right? But most of the time is vegan, and once in a while I'll have some fish. But in terms of other meats, I have not eaten chicken, pork, beef, anything like that in over 30 years, in maybe 35 years, right? So from long, long time ago, I stopped eating those things. So on my YouTube channel, Vibrant Authentic Living, I focus on healthy lifestyle, particularly vegan eating and juicing and stuff like that. So that's there. And this is a picture of my mom. My mom has to be on my vision board because I owe so much to her. Just the fact of her having given me life, that is enough for me. Even if she didn't do anything else for me in my life, that is enough. And it's a duty that I take on, that I have to take care of my mom. Right. So she's there. Now you will see aspects of my YouTube, right? The like button, the share button, the subscribe button, so all of those are represented. And the usual suspects, the house, the car, the travel, the usual suspects are there. Now, these are yoni eggs for those who don't know. So, yoni eggs are used for reproductive health. You can check that out. And I've also done a video on Vibrant Authentic Living about how to use yoni eggs and what they are used for. Now, this represents mathematics, which is my specialty. And here we have my 4 biological children represented here in the center, myself. And so if we look at this side, right, trying to see clearly in the, because it's the opposite end, right? So, right, so reproductive health. This is a lady with very long locks. As you can see, I have achieved the locks, right? Down here we have Alia Atkinson. She's a Jamaican swimmer, 5-time Olympic swimmer. And we have Simone Biles, the very famous gymnast. And so these girls are here because I am by no means a champion swimmer and by no means a gymnast, but I just love the idea of, physical, I call it physical perfection in terms of athletics, and that's what I aspire to. I'm still aspiring to be maybe not as good as Simone or Alia, but at least, getting my body in somewhere along the line of that, right? So again, fitness is important to me. I do my laps every morning. I used to do martial arts. I did karate up until 3 years ago. I attained my brown belt and I was to go test for my black belt, and that's where I stopped. But I will continue my karate training. So this is Sadhguru, right? So Sadhguru is one of my motivators. I really love listening to him. He's just one of the calmest, most he gives such clarity to things, and I just really enjoy listening to Sadhguru. All right, of course, the usual suspect, the dollars. The dollars have to be there. And the keywords, some keywords: prosperity, abundance, redeem, restore, reveal, reassure. So when we're doing the video on affirmations, we'll go deeper into the words and the power of words, particularly the words that are spoken by you in your voice, right? That is important. And that is why I record myself saying the affirmations and I play it back to myself in the mornings when I'm doing my laps. And I'm going to share a section of that with you. I can't play the entire thing, can't tell you everything that I have in that affirmation, but I'm going to gonna share a section of that affirmation with you that I do every morning. And as I said, I'm going to invite you, if you want me to write affirmations for you, I'll let you know the process to do that, right? So yeah, so that's an idea of 2 of my vision boards, right? And my students' vision board. And I am here to testify, right? I am here to testify that Vision boards work, affirmations work, positive attitudes work, meditation and being calm and being focused, they absolutely work. And the thing that I am stressing is whether you do it or not, it is going to be done for you. And you don't want it just anything to be in autopilot controlling your life. You want to be proactive and you want to be the boss of your life. You want to govern your life, right? So, however you want to look at it, whether you want to think of yourself as a high wizard, a high witch, um, a voodoo worker, a obeah man, a reader, whatever, or you just want to think of it as utilizing that latent power, that divine power of which you are a part. And because you are a part of it, you are a tiny, minuscule fraction of it, but you still have access to it. In being part of the divine, you have access to that creative power that the divine used. And you should make use of it. Don't just leave it, because if you don't use that power, somebody else will take that power from you and use it over you, right? And there are so many things that influence us every day. There are so many things that influence us when you go on the road, even without, many of these things are subconscious. The music, somebody's playing a song, you're in the store, you're on the street, even in your car on the road, somebody beside you is playing a song, the TV is on, the news is on, the advertisements just bombarding your subconscious. You have to have something put in place to counter that. You have to have something positive to give your subconscious, to neutralize those negative influences. If you don't put something in place, then you are going to be at the mercy of those negative influences. So take your power back. Take your wizard power back. Take your witch power back. Take your conjurer power back. Right? Take your creator power back. So, what I want you to do is get your hardboard or your cartridge paper, get your, or whatever you have available, right? You notice mine are huge because I'm a big thinker, I'm a big actor. But if you want to start with a small board, okay, start with a small board, get your pictures. You can go on Google, search for the images that you want. Remember some of the key categories: lifestyle, health, family and relationships, your career, your general goals, travel. Most persons will want to travel the world and experience other cultures, just experience the planet, all the variety of things that we have on the planet to see and to learn about, right? So those are the categories. You can design your board however you want. If you don't have a design in mind, you can go on Canva, where you can have free templates that you can use to upload your images, and then you can print, right? You can use magazines, newspapers. For me, the more beautiful the pictures, the clearer the image, you feed that to your subconscious, the more perfect, and also the more specific. That's an important thing. Be specific. If it's an amount that you're working towards, write that amount. And then you're also going to write get a Word document, type up some keywords, powerful words, positive words, and you're going to have that on your document, different sizes. You can make the letters different sizes, different colors, whatever appeals to you. So then you're going to print those, and then if it's from a magazine, you cut out the images that you've printed, get your glue or your sticky tape, and you're going to paste those, just like how you saw me do on the vision board, right? You paste them in whatever order you want to paste them. Some big, some small. Put your words there. Everything that inspires and motivates you, put it there, right? And then, well, I cover mine with plastic because I know that my vision boards are going to be put to work. They are not just there looking pretty. Nothing that is in my life is just there looking pretty. If you're a blender in my kitchen, I make like 4 batches of fruit juices every day. Anything that's in my life is going to be put to work, right? So when I'm making my vision board, I make them with the knowledge that they're going to go through some hard work. So I make sure to cover them with some thick plastic. All right. And then you can put it up on the wall. I don't put my vision board on the wall. I have my vision board, in a place where I take it down when I'm going to use it. So the 3 times per day that I'm using the vision board, I take it down, I put it in front of me. And what I do is I'll do my singing for their specific songs that I sing to get myself in a receptive mood, a meditative mood. And I've done this with my children from they were knee high to a grasshopper, from they were babies. We had our motivation sessions together as a family in the mornings. So there are specific songs that I sing to get myself in the mood, and then there are affirmations that I say, and then I will spend some time just looking at the vision board from item to item to item, just looking at it, forming an image. It's the image is there in front of me, and also forming the image of it in my mind, right? Just reflecting on it, thinking of it, feeling how good it is to have that thing, right? Because the vision board doesn't have to be just things that you want, that you're projecting into the future. It can be things that you already have that you would like to maintain. And that's important. Things that you already have that you want to maintain, things that you want to keep having, right? So some things on my vision board are just things that are important to me. I already have them and I want to maintain them. After I go through that process of just looking at each image, spend a little time. The session lasts about a half an hour for me, half an hour when I wake up, half an hour at any point during the afternoon that I have the time, and half an hour before I go to bed. The entire session lasts a half an hour, from the singing to the affirmations to the visualizing, looking at the vision board, and then I also sing when I'm done, right? So your process doesn't have to be as ritualistic as mine. I'm a very ritualistic person. Everything that I do has to have some ritual to it, right? But that's just how I am. The thing is, you're going to tailor this to suit you. The images are going to suit you. The words are going to suit you. How you design it is going to suit you. It's all about you. It's your vision for your life. And that is very important. This is your thing. And that's why I'm saying you don't even have to put it up on your wall for anybody else to see it. Nobody even has to know that you have it. Right? It's your thing. This is what you're giving to your subconscious to work on. And I am here to testify to you that it works. I'm here to testify that it works. As a matter of fact, everything in your life right now, believe it or not, whether the good thing, the bad thing, the neutral thing, everything in your life right now is a testimony that visualization works. The thing is, those things in your life that you don't necessarily want, they are there because you did not take the authority to prevent them, to keep them at bay. You were just going through life, leaving everything up to chance, leaving everything up to your subconscious to go where it wants, and it has to go somewhere. Your mind has to go somewhere. It can't just exist with no image, because that is how it works. It must have something to act on. But the thing is, you have not been purposefully and consciously giving it something to work on. So it has been working on random things, random things that people say, things that the television says, things that you see around you that you're not even aware of. It has been working on them and it has been manifesting them in your life. So the difference now is you are now in the driver's seat and you're going to take control and you're going to tell your subconscious what you want it to work on. You're going to tell your subconscious what you want it to manifest, and you're going to receive it. You're going to be receptive. You're going to have faith, right? You're going to have faith and you're going to know that this is a natural process. This is the way the universe works, and you're just aligning yourself with that, right? So I want to thank you so much for being with me in this session. This is our first of many sessions. Next week, we're going to write down our affirmations, and if you need some help, I'm going to be here to help you write them down. And then you're going to go to the next step, which is to record them and play them for yourself, as well as to set aside sessions where you sit and you affirm and you repeat, because repetition is important. Also, we're going to talk about all of those things. So this is, the start of a beautiful journey, and I want to thank you for being with me. Thank you for being on the Amma Manson Network. Go on over to my YouTube channel, Vibrant Authentic Living, where you will find tons of videos on healthy eating, meditation, affirmation, exercise, everything that has to do with, as the channel says, vibrant, authentic living. So this is Nandi signing out, and thank you again for being with me, and I'll see you in the next video.